Yeah, this one's rough. What's that camera angle like? That's not so bad, huh? So I got my lights here. I need to get in there, get this latch up and push at the same time. It's gonna be very uncomfortable. Oh hey, it almost seemed easy this time. Very good. So that's that. Very nice. So I installed these myself. This is custom. I installed that maybe 2 years ago. So this light is hanging right here from a magnetic base. Looks like that's going to aid us a bit. Oh. Get my ancillary light in here. I just could barely sleep last night thinking about how dirty that was. I'm going to try to remove that. That might look like about a 12 or so. See if I can't remove that. That bracket there. Get in there and clean it up. Typically I keep a little ratchet in the bag. So and it's a 10. It is a 10. It's not the greatest news of the day. The 10mm socket always goes missing. Where are all the 10mm? Where did they go? No one knows. And I'm looking for one now. I'm looking for a 10. I had a 10. I had a 10. What did I do with it? And of course, this is the best part of the video. So coming in with that Stanley, that didn't take too long to find. Got that 10mm. Flex head ratchet, getting these out. So that's one thing that I found. The Harbor Freight flex head 1/4 inch drive got me out of a predicament I was in where I needed a good amount of torque on a 10mm, but then it stripped out. So I figured, okay, next time I'll just go easy, or I'll just replace them with every time I do the EGR cooler is what was giving me trouble. I'll just replace them every time I do this particular job or anytime I need to torque anything down. I know it turns out this one broke like fresh out of the box. So that's no good. So I'm thinking about getting the Icon. I picked up some Icon pliers for this head gasket job. Oh, great. So I just can't hardly seem to get into this one fastener. And a lot of people are using power tools and drills at this point, and I'm just more of a hand tool guy. Never saw the point. Maybe after this head gasket I can see. Alright, what takes me 2 days, I can do in 6 hours with power tools. Maybe this will be the turning point in my wrenching career. But I'm a complete novice. I'm an amateur. Out she comes. That's a little battery clamp there. And in comes this Icon light. Let's get some more light on the subject. I don't know, it helps too much. Can't. I got my Ryobi. I've been buying these tools from an auction site. And I'll try to do some videos about that here whenever we're done with this head gasket. So far, so good. This little dustbuster is basically paid for itself. I think I picked this up for like $9. So yeah, this has absolutely nothing to do with my head gasket. For those of you, before you get ahead of yourself here, don't have the parts. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of like, hey, while we're here, I'm one of those guys. So while we're here, we're going to wipe this down. We're going to wipe this down. You know, while we're here, we're going to put in a new timing chain, that kind of thing. And so I'm still figuring out what do I need. This tensioner, that tensioner. And you guys are going to sit right there for a minute. That's that battery plug tube. And so the parts I'm going to put on are pretty common that either cause the failure of the head gasket or contribute to it. I could choose at this point to get an EGR cooler. I would like to get an EGR cooler to swap out as preventative maintenance every 50,000 miles. And I'm just spraying in here with a nice mild Meguiar's car wash solution. And just using a microfiber rag. I'm trying to get in there a little bit. Can you tell a difference? I mean, some stuff came off. And I'm going to plan to get the GoPro up and running. I can put that on my head. You guys can get a better shot of what I'm doing. Some of this is virgin territory for me. I've never had the battery compartment disassembled like this. But I have opened the trunk before. Manually. It's just been a while. I had to look up how to do it. And I've done a lot of things on this car. So while I'm sitting here talking. Things like this are going to happen during the repair. So there's that top bracket, if you remember from the other video. Then here is all my sockets that are about to fall out and come dumping out. I'm going to have things just sitting around. Different parts and pieces are just going to be strewn here and there. Like, I need to get this together now before these parts get here. You know, I need to clean up all the old pistachios. I could take some time now and clean this area up, so I don't have to worry about it again. And I can assemble my engine. Now that part will be done. I can do that in all my spare time while I'm waiting. Here's some trim piece for the rear bumper. Like, I can take that to storage. Like, I can clean this all up. Good. Alright. Well, let's get this bracket cleaned up. That's about as clean as that's going to get. We'll get this bracket cleaned up. And get that put back in. But I got the water pump. I got the timing chain. Those are on the way. Thermostat's ordered. And the gasket itself, the gasket kit. There's lots of gaskets that come along with it. So then when that stuff gets here, I think I need a new tensioner for my timing chain. This timing chain is $200. Then there's a couple other things I could get. I could get an oil pump, a solenoid valve, and just completely rebuild my entire engine. That seems like overkill, but you don't know me. Alright. So this thing's cleaned off fairly well. I believe it went in there like that, correct? I see something moving around down in that hole. Well, I need to cut this video short and investigate. I'm just letting you guys know where I'm at. I'm not stalling. Saw I had a couple subscribers. Thank you. Give the video a like if you want to see more. I'm going to clean this stuff up probably. Might not get to it. I'm going to investigate what's going on with this. Maybe run those bolts back in. Call it a day. Alright. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Very good.